Harris had some help on the play for the Crimson Tide from Conley Duncan. It'll be 1st and 10. And the ball is on the Auburn, we'll call it the 23, as we start this football game. Auburn will have Philip Gargis at the quarterback spot. Cedric McIntyre and Rick Neal, the running backs. Gates and Gossam are going to come wide to the right on the first play. Nugent, the tight end. They have 4 men on the front now, and here's Neal on a handoff over the 25 to the 26. We'll call it a quick 3. And defensively, Ronnie Robertson is there for Alabama. Robertson is a senior from Signal. One else is in tight. 2 tight ends, and here is the give to McIntyre, and he's out near the 30-yard line on a quick slant. The middle guard there to knock him down, Colenso Hubbard. Hubbard in the ball game. But in the past, this is normally meant the option play. Let's see what 3rd and 3 will be here today. Here comes the option, and a flag is down. Gargis hit at the line of scrimmage, went forward a couple of yards, and got very near his first down. I don't think he got enough, but hold the phone on the penalty flag. They're indicating the penalty against Auburn. Ronnie Robertson made the play defensively. Offside Auburn is the signal. With maybe ideas of blocking one here. They have everyone up on the line. They're moving on the snap. Here they come after Bumgardner. His kick is away. Shelby is moving up. Caught it on the 37. He was hit. Loose football. It's recovered by Alabama back on about the 25. It's recovered by Alabama, a man who was down under the ball. And he's not even on our list. Number 41. Let's see if we can find him. It must be a freshman in the ball game. We'll look him up in the Alabama brochure. In any case, he came up with the recovery. And Willie Shelby was hit very hard under the kick. We don't know. And Billingsley behind him as the wishbone comes out. And Newsom moves in from a split spot, and Jerry Brown goes out wide. And here is the give to the second man through. Randy Billingsley, he got a yard, maybe 2, trying to run up the middle against the Auburn defense. Ken Burnich is on the bottom of the pile. Burnich is there, and so is freshman Kim Sellers. Kim Sellers of Montgomery in the ball game, a freshman.
Auburn throwing a new defensive
gain for Randy Billingsley. And here is Brown moving out wide, and Shelby coming out in the slot as they break their backfield. And here's the Alabama man jumping offside. That was a tackle. Auburn responded. Jerry Washko took off. The ball has never been snapped, but it's offside Alabama, and it will move it.
Jumped offside.
It's 2nd and 13 now, and here comes Brown moving out into a split position, the end, as Newsom moves in on the other side, and Todd wants to throw. Looking back, he's going down the sideline, and it is caught across the midfield stripe down to the Auburn 45. Ozzie Newsom holds on at the Auburn 43. Bruce Evans made the play defensively. Newsom made a good play on the ball. The sun was coming, and I don't believe Bruce Evans ever saw it, although Newsom was able to pick it up. So it's the first down of the game. Alabama on the Auburn 43 with a wishbone. Fake to Culliver. Todd is keeping on the pitch back to Billingsley. He's in trouble deep. He's caught for a loss. Flynn made the first play to knock him off balance. Then Sumner and McKinney finished him off back at the 45. That's -2, 2nd down and 12. Alabama has Shamoon wide to the right side. The wishbone, everyone else in tight. Todd on 3rd and short yardage with a long count here. Maybe checking off. Now he's going to give to Calvin Culliver. He was hit at the line of scrimmage but twisted away and got his first down. Kim Sellers fired right on Culliver that time, but Culliver was able to spin forward, and it's 1st and 10 Alabama at the Auburn 32-yard line. A good running job there, Gus, by Culliver.
Culliver was very low to the ground. That's the way they liked it.
The opening kickoff was unable to convert the first down. And here's Todd running the option. He turned up. The other people went the other way, and he still made good yardage out of a broken play. Richard Todd moved all the way up across the 25 near another first down, and everyone else went to the left. Todd went to the right by himself, but still was able to gain yardage. Gaines Lanier, the first man to hit him. 2nd and 1 as Rutledge is in for his first play. Todd out of the game, and Rutledge is going to give to Calvin Culliver, and he is going to be close to a first down, but he didn't make anything extra. Kim Sellers and Rick Telliard cracked in there on Culliver that time, and it's close enough that we know the one play. Here's Todd on 3rd. Quarterback sneak. First down, Alabama in at the 20. Richard Todd, a big, strong quarterback. That's Alabama 2 for 2 on 3rd downs. 6'2", 209 junior. Todd went right up the middle. Telliard. All right, here's 1st and 10 Alabama on the 20. Wishbone with a wide out right. And here is a give to Culliver. Culliver broke a tackle, got to the 15, to the 10, down the sideline to the 5, and out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Culliver finally pushed out of bounds by Mike Fuller on the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal to go Alabama on the 2. Culliver popped in the middle, broke a tackle, and that's usually all he needs. He has tremendous speed, and he also has good size. 1st and goal at the 2, Alabama. And here's Todd to Culliver. Not this time. Rick Telliard hit him right at the line of scrimmage. May have driven him back a little, as a matter of fact. Alabama looks like they lost a yard out to the 3. They didn't find out who that guy was. 2nd and goal at the 3. Todd dropped the ball. Auburn has recovered, I think, on the 5. Let's wait and see. They are signaling Auburn's ball on the 4-yard line. Recovered by Ken Burnich. Richard Todd dropped the snap from center. Auburn recovers. The Tigers will have it on the 5-yard line. So Alabama with 1st and goal to go on the 2. And Gossam wide to the left side. And this is Cedric McIntyre out to about the 7 or 8-yard line. McIntyre on a quick dive is out to about the 7 or 8, and I think that's Leroy Cook coming up. I still think it was 41, but okay, we'll give it to King. Here's 2nd down and 7, and this is Gargis giving to Neal inside. He's across the 10, 15, 17. First down, Auburn. First down of the game for the Tigers as they move it out to the 17-yard line. Play made by the... All right, Gossam is wide to the left side, and Philip Gargis is going to give to Neal again inside. He got only a yard this time. Maybe 2. He ran right in the arms of Colenso Hubbard. Hubbard, who was able to avoid a block, got him. Well, they're going to give him progress out to the 19. 2nd down, 8 to go. Gargis, he is going to roll back, fake to McIntyre, kept it himself. Gargis was hit very hard as he got up to about the 23. That was Ronnie Robertson, the linebacker, and Alan Pizzatola, the safety man who came up to make the play on Gargis. They mark him down at about the 3rd down and 5. He's the only wideout ever with 2 tight ends, and here is Gargis back to throw. Philip Gargis is going down the field. He's going for Gossam. Gossam had it tipped away by Washington at the Alabama 38-yard line. Gossam, I believe, had gotten behind Washington. Mike Washington, the senior from Montgomery. Gossam was running behind him. The ball was underthrown a little bit, and both men went for it. It fell away, ending on his own 7 as he awaits the snap from Captain Lee Gross. All right, here's Gross with the snap. It's a high snap. Bumgarner made a great play on the ball. Got it, got his kick away. Fair catch, Shelby. He's going to take it on the 42-yard line. And what a super play Clyde Bumgarner made to get that away. Jeff Gilligan was down under the punt. Alabama with a fair catch on their 42, and they'll put it in play there. With timeout on the field, the score is Auburn nothing, Alabama nothing. When you're carrying the ball with Rutledge at quarterback, 1st and 10. Gary Rutledge in there, and he's going to fake to Culliver, give to his second back through. That's Jimmy Taylor, and he is knocked down. Auburn thought they had a fumble, but I don't believe so. He's knocked down by Johnny Sumner and by Ken Burnich. That was Jimmy Taylor of Mount Vernon, Alabama, 6 feet 180, a junior. They now have Rutledge at quad split to the left this time. And now they're going to send George Pugh out wide to the right. He splits out right. And here's movement in the Alabama line, I believe, as Rutledge takes the snap, moves forward for a yard or 2 to the 45. But I believe Alabama is going to be penalized. Rick Telliard made the defensive play. Dusty, the half of them were off on the wrong count.
It looks like they have had some confusion.
His first 3rd down. Todd was in there for the other 2. Let's see what Gary Rutledge is going to do. He's going to take and give to Calvin Culliver inside the midfield. The ball popped up in the air, but he caught it and fell forward to the 48-yard line, and that is very, very close to a 1st down. That may be close enough for a measurement. Calvin Culliver, well, they say 1st down without the measurement. They say 1st down without the measurement. I'm
First down.
All right, Rutledge out here, 1st and 10 on the Auburn 48, we'll call it. Wishbone backfield, and this is Calvin Culliver again, and he's hit and knocked down at the 45, maybe the 44. McKinney and Telliard make the play on Calvin Culliver from Bruton, Alabama, 6 feet 199, sophomore. Culliver to the left on 2nd down here. Alabama on the Auburn 45, and Rutledge fakes the fullback, pitch back to Shelby, turning the corner, out to the 40, knocked down on about the Auburn 38-yard line. Auburn played it pretty well as far as getting people out there. Evans and Fuller made the play, but they played it downfield after Shelby had picked up nearly enough for his 1st down. On the 38, it's going to see if they get a quick count. They hand to the fullback, and they faked to the fullback, gave to Shelby, and he got across the 1st down yardage and got into about the 36-yard line. So Willie Shelby gets the first lead with a wishbone backfield behind him. 1st down play. Long count. Here's Rutledge faking the fullback, kept it on the option, turned up, got a couple, then was knocked down, and he lost the ball. Now a flag is down. The ball popped loose. It may have been after he was down. I believe an Alabama man recovered it in any case. Number 56 in there came up with the ball. Neil Callaway, Shelby behind Rutledge. 1st and 20, Alabama. And here's Rutledge giving to Shelby, and he's into the 45 and knocked down. Good play by Ken Burnich. Ken Burnich fought his way off the block of Ray Maxwell and knocked down Shelby. Gaines Lanier was there to help out. Side. The backfield stays the full wishbone. Here's Todd standing up, threw it out in the flat for Shelby at the 40, at the 35, down the sideline to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and he's in, but there's a penalty marker down. He's in the end zone, but hold the phone on the penalty flag at the 28-yard line. Let's see what the call is. Shelby went all the way. Now the officials went up with their hands, indicating it could be interference against Auburn. Let's see which way the signal is going. We'll try to keep our glasses on the referee, and the penalty is against Auburn. So the touchdown is good. Interference against Auburn. Declined, of course, by Alabama on a touchdown play on 2nd down and 19. Alabama, they just took a little swing pass out the flat to Willie Shelby, and he outraced everyone down the sidelines, in for the score. Ridgeway to attempt the point after. Here is the snap, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Kick is good with 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Alabama has taken the lead on the Auburn Tigers here at Legion Field in Birmingham. So let's say 45-yard line, a swing pass to Shelby, and he just raced down the sideline. Berry's kick is going to be caught by Mike Fuller on the Auburn 6. He's out to the 20, and at the 22, he's hit very hard, driven back, and they're going to mark him at about the 22-yard line. Fuller driven back up. Jackson is now in there with McIntyre behind Gargis, and here is a give to McIntyre inside, 25, 27, 28-yard line. Cedric McIntyre out to the 28, where Ronnie Robertson and Bob comes out of the huddle. They'll have to get it off quickly. 3, 2, 1. They're not going to do it. That's the horn. I think a whistle has blown. They were running the option play, but the whistle had blown and the quarter has come to an end. So that's the end of the first quarter. The score is Alabama 7 and the Auburn Tigers nothing. On 2nd and short, here's Gargis faking to Mitzi Jackson, kept it himself. A flag is down, and Jackson is pushed back after getting up to about the 28 or 9-yard line, which is about the original line of scrimmage. And let's see what the penalty is. It's illegal motion against Auburn. Slot formation right, and Gargis is going to roll it right, running the option. Pitch back to Jackson, trying to turn the corner. He's in trouble. DuBose and Ricky Davis are out there to knock him down for a loss on the 26-yard line. DuBose was out there first, and then Ricky Davis came up to help, and back on the 26.
It was a good defensive play.
Shelby is deep. Clyde Bumgarner standing in punt formation on his own 11. Snap is high. Bumgarner dropped the ball. Alabama's got a man after him. He kicked it just a couple of yards. It's going to be caught over there and out of bounds on the 14-yard line. That ball was not as badly snapped as the first one. Bumgarner got to it and really just dropped it. Then he kicked it, and it was partially blocked by Turpin, who I believe was in there, and then was picked up down the sidelines by DuBose. He was knocked out of bounds over on the 14-yard line. The ball was snapped a little bit high. It went through Clyde Bumgarner's hands. He got back and picked it up. As he did, Turpin had gotten there on the rush, and he kicked it and was being hit as he kicked the ball. 14. Alabama on the Auburn 14. Todd DeCulliver. He's inside a ball. Looked like it popped loose for a moment, but I believe Culliver got it back, and he got only a yard or so. Burnich and Lanier.
That's what they've been making.
Here's 2nd down and 9 for Alabama, and here's Todd to throw. Todd is away in the corner. It's incomplete at the 10-yard line, intended for Newsome. Underthrown. Evans was out there covering for the Auburn Tigers. Here's 3rd down and 9. And Alabama, and here's a movement out of the Alabama tackle. Now, what are they saying? Todd is complaining that Auburn called the signals on him. Buddy Pope that time went charging across. Flags it is wide right. Wishbone behind Todd. He's back to throw. He's being chased by Lanier. He's got his pass away. Nobody there. Incomplete. There wasn't a receiver anywhere close around the 10-yard line. Liston Edmonds and Gaines Lanier were chasing him. Shamoon had gone. Robert Fraley will hold. 36 yards into the wind. The kick is up. Kick is hanging up there. Did it make it? It hit the bar, I believe, and went through. Very, very close, but it just got through. So the field goal of 36 yards is good for Bucky Berry, and with timeout on the field, the score is Alabama 10 and Auburn nothing.
When you're carrying the ball, you want all the protection you can get. That's true.
I think it dropped just behind the crossbar. Here's Berry on his kickoff. Ball is away. Fuller is waiting back there. Mike Fuller has it on the 3-yard line. He's out to the 10, 15, 20. At the 25, he jumped over the kicker, got on out to the 29-yard line. Bucky Berry tried to get him at the 26, and Fuller went over him, got on out to the 28 or 9, where the defensive play is made by Lewis Green and by Paul Harris. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Auburn at the 29-yard line with Philip Gargis. Has the snap. He gives to McIntyre. He broke in the open. 35, 40, 45. Out to midfield, and down he goes. Cedric McIntyre popping quick on an opener. Knocked down at the 50 by Ricky Davis, the safety from Bessemer, Alabama. Auburn's first down, number 2. Gusty, he got through the hole in a hurry.
Nobody even touched him until he was tackled at the 50, Gary. Very good running, but excellent blocking.
Line as Gross gets ready to snap it. 1st and 10, and here is the give to McIntyre, and he's into the 45. Great balance on down to about the 42. Cedric McIntyre was hit at about the 48. Looked like he could easily go down at the 45. Put one hand down and kept his balance down to the 42, where Woodrow Lowe some wide to the left side, and Gates is in the right flat. Here's a give to Mitzi Jackson. He broke through 35, 30, 28-yard line. Mitzi Jackson into safety man Ricky Davis. And the Auburn offense now, Gusty, looks animated for the first time today.
Gary, they found a weakness on the right side of the Alabama defensive line. That's the Auburn.
Here's Auburn, 1st and 10 on the 29. This is McIntyre, and Baumhauer has him after a couple of yards inside. Bob Baumhauer came into the game in a hurry. On the tied 27-yard line. Slot formation to the left side. Here's Gargis faking to Mitzi Jackson, kept it himself, got across the 25 to the 24. Ronnie Robertson was one of the first men there, and they may mark his knee closer to the 25-yard line. Indeed, they're doing 6. The ball on the Alabama 25. And here is Philip Gargis. He is rolling the option. He's going to try to keep it himself. He fought his way up to the 20. He's going to miss his first down by just a half yard. He got very, very close, and great effort there by Philip Gargis. They rule his knee on the 20. It's 4th and 1. Center. Gargis is going to run the option to McIntyre, but I think he got it. It's going to be close. It'll depend on the linesman and where he has put his foot down. It is an Auburn first down. They had to Gossam is wide to the right side, and here is Gargis inside Mitzi Jackson, 15 down to the 10-yard line. Mitzi Jackson straight ahead on a quick opener. And again, the safety man, Rick Davis, along with Leroy Cook coming up to make the play. And Gargis is going to give it to McIntyre. He's into the 6-yard line. 1st and goal to go. Woodrow Lowe and Rick Davis will make that Alan Pizzatola. And Rick Davis make the play. Goal to go at the 6-yard line. And this is Mitzi Jackson, 5-4-3. Maybe the 2-yard line when they unpile. Let's see where they're going to put it. Down around the 2. Leroy Cook is there defensively. And Gossam is wide right. Gargis quarterback sneak into about the 1. It'll be 3rd and goal. Alabama reacted well to the charge that time. They were not able to knock him back. Alabama in that strong front again. And here comes Gossam on the option. He gave it to McIntyre. Touchdown, I think. Yes, touchdown, Auburn. They were very late in going up with the hands, but it is a touchdown for Cedric McIntyre. And the one on the far side was very deliberate before he came up with his hands. 10-6 with 6:54 to play, and to attempt the point after will be Chris Gross. Will snap it back. All right, Gross looks up, snaps it. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. The kick is good. So with timeout on the field, the score is Alabama 10, the Auburn Tigers 7. First half, 10-7 ball game. Gillis's kick is going to be caught by James Taylor on the 5. Taylor is out to the 10. He is in trouble, and he's knocked down by Danny Arnold back at about the 14 or 15. Danny Arnold, a sophomore from Birmingham, got down, knocked James Taylor down, and knocked off his right shoe. Taylor is now going back to get that shoe on as Arnold knocked him right out of his Brogan there. That is the Alabama quarterback, and here goes the end moving out. Brown wide to the right. If Shamoon split to the left, the wishbone backfield, and Willie Shelby inside to about the 17 or 18. Not much running room. Burnage, Telliard, Lanier. Let's see, Edens on top of the pile. Rusty Dean is there. So the entire front of the Auburn defense. Shamoon is now split about 4 yards to the left side, and here's 2nd down and 7. And now here goes both Billingsley and Brown wide to the right to form a slot. And here is the give inside to Culliver. He broke through the 20, 25, out to the 30, and Fuller made a good open field tackle on him at the 35. First down, Alabama. That is a similar play to one he broke on Maryland. And Gusty without a sure tackle with 5:49 to play in the half. Here's Todd to Culliver inside again. He's out to about the 37. Just a couple of yards. Hubbard is in there defensively and gains Lanier. Let's pause right now. 10 seconds for Station Ashman from Montgomery out. Second down, 8 yards to go, Alabama. And here is Todd on the option. He's in trouble from Edens. Turns upfield, fumbled the ball. Auburn is recovered on the 40. Auburn's ball as Todd fumbled. Liston Edens and Rusty Dean were both in there on Richard Todd. They knocked the ball away from him. He fumbled it. And who is that? That is Carl Hubbard. And Kenny Burks will be the running backs behind Gargis on 1st and 10 at the 40. And here is Neal inside, 35, down to about the 32-yard line. They rule his knee down at about the 33. Rick Neal on the quick hitter inside. He was not really tackled, but he was tripped in there by Mark Prudhomme. Mark Prudhomme of Memphis, Tennessee, is strong safety. And this is the give to Neal inside. He's across the 30. He's into the 28. It is an Auburn 1st and 10. Rick Neal to the 28, 1st and 10. Defensive play by Leroy Cook. Is in. Kenny Burks is out at fullback. 1st and 10. This is the fake to Neal. On the option, Gargis kept it turned up across the 25 into about the 23-yard line. Philip Gargis kept the ball. He had McIntyre trailing, and Alabama played him a little bit soft. Washington came up to take the pitch with Gates in the left slot. Philip Gargis on the count. He goes to McIntyre inside to the 20, and down he goes. He's going to be shy of his first down by a yard or so. Alabama players talking about the ball popping loose, but the official said, no, sir, it was dead. Gus White, I think, had the ball. Inside the Alabama 20. This is Gargis to McIntyre, 15, to the 10, to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal to go, Auburn. And Ricky Davis made a touchdown-saving tackle for Alabama. They pop McIntyre through, and Ricky Davis. And here is movement. Auburn, I think, moved. It looked like Ostrowski may have jumped offside. And so Wilson is wide left, and Philip Gargis is going to give inside, and McIntyre was hit as he got the ball. Good play by Baumhauer. Bob Baumhauer made the defensive play. No gain. It's left to play in the half, and here's Gargis on 3rd and goal, and he's going to throw. He's rolling to his left. He throws back across the middle, overthrows Gates, incomplete. Gates was open, but he overthrew him at the end line. It'll be 4th down and goal to go, and here comes the field goal unit. So Auburn will go for it to tie this game. Hash mark. Clyde Bumgarner to hold. Here's the snap. Chris Wilson moves on a ball. It's blocked. It's blocked by Alabama. Scooped up and tackled on about the 22. They took a little extra time getting to it. Cedric McIntyre made the tackle along with Bumgarner on the man who picked it up. I believe it was DeBose. And a field goal blocked at the 22. Alabama will take over with 51 seconds. And we're going to have a timeout being called, I believe. So with timeout on the field, the score, Alabama on the 22. Rutledge is the quarterback, and he gives to Willie Shelby, 25, 30, and he's tripped and finally goes down across the 40 out to about the 41. Willie Shelby nearly got away, but he was tripped there by Mike Fuller, and the Tide now is going to call a timeout with 43 seconds left to stop the clock. Bruce Evans finally finished him off. In the slot to the right on 1st and 10 at the 40. Gary Rutledge for Alabama on his own 40 is going to fake in. No, he gave it inside to Calvin Culliver, and he got out to about the 43 or 4. And now Alabama will use up their final timeout to stop the clock again at about the 43 or 4 with 36 seconds. That's the end of Alabama's timeouts. And so they've just used up their last one. And 43. The clock at 36 seconds. And here is a draw play to Shelby. Shelby's out to midfield, spins. Flynn hits him. He spins away and is knocked down finally on about the Auburn 46 or 7-yard line. Flynn finally got him, but he had some trouble with Shelby and then got some help from Rusty Dean pursuing. Alabama out with 5. They'll probably quickly throw it out of bounds to stop the clock since they are out of timeouts. Richard Todd has split his backfield. He's taken a very long count, so he may not be planning to throw it out of bounds. He ran the option. Pitch back to Shelby, and Shelby is knocked down by Mike Flynn, who made a great play all the time. Auburn was trying to call timeout to let Flynn get off the field, but the clock went down to 0, and now Coach Bryant is coming out and talking to one of the officials about something, or what his problem is, but in any case, the half is going to end on that play. Auburn did attempt to call a timeout, it looked like, as the clock was running down in the last 2 or 3 seconds towards 0. In any case, that is the end of the first half. your halftime score at Legion Field in Birmingham.
That has turned on the big plays as Alabama leads it 10-7 at halftime. Let's look at these unofficial statistics, and hopefully we'll have some official stats up here. We'll talk to some representatives from the Gator Bowl, and hopefully Coach Bill Early from Notre Dame, who's in the stadium with us in the press box, and we hope to talk to him. In first downs, Alabama had 7. Make that Auburn with 7 first downs. Alabama had 10, 3 of those coming late in the second quarter. Auburn attempted only 2 passes, one in the end zone overthrown with Mike Gates in the open, but it was overthrown. They have completed no passes, and Alabama has not intercepted a pass. Alabama has attempted 4. They've completed 2. One of those, the touchdown pass to Willie Shelby down the sideline that I mentioned just a moment ago, and Auburn has not intercepted an Alabama pass. Auburn has punted the ball 3 times, 38, 35 yards respectively, and on the third kick it was blocked after a bad snap or a drop. It was hard to tell. It was a little bit of a high snap. Clyde Baumgartner dropped the ball, tried to pick it up, tried to kick it after picking it up. It was blocked, and it set up Alabama's field goal. Alabama has not punted in the first half. Auburn was penalized once for 5 yards, and Alabama penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Fumbles, Auburn didn't have any. Alabama had 3 big ones. One they recovered. The other 2, one on the 3-yard line, which stopped the drive of Alabama's. Auburn recovered that one, and one on the 40, which set up Auburn's last drive that resulted in no points. To rehash the scoring with 41 seconds left in the first quarter, Alabama got on the board first. You heard me describe it. Richard Todd threw a little flat pass, a little swing pass to Willie Shelby out in the flat. Shelby took it down the sideline 45 yards to put Alabama up 6-0. Ridgeway kicked the point and made it 7. Alabama came back in the second quarter, and with 13 minutes and 10 seconds left, Bucky Berry kicked a 36-yard field goal after the block punt, and Alabama led it 10-0. But Auburn came right back on the first possession after the field goal. They ate up 7 minutes of the clock. Cedric McIntyre took it in from 1 yard out, capping a 71-yard drive in 12 plays, and that made it 10-6. Wilson's point made it 10-7, and then the only other scoring threat was Wilson's 21-yard attempt at a field points on the board and win this football game.
Well, here goes Greg Gillis to kick off. Shelby is deep on the far side, and James Taylor on the near side for Alabama. Kick is bouncing. Shelby has it at the 10. He's out to the 15. Coming wide at the 20 is Willie Shelby. Down the sideline, 25, and pulled down from behind at the 30. Just as he was about to turn a corner, Ricky Freeman, the freshman from Auburn, pulled him down. Ricky Freeman, a 5'11", 183 freshman, making the play. And they're going to start Alabama just shy of their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Good return by Shelby, and he nearly got to the wall. And had a good long return, but Freeman saved it just in time. Kingsley behind him. Newsom wide left. Here's the give inside to Shelby. He's across the 30 out to about the 31 or 2. A quick, we'll call it a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8. Gaines Lanier, Ken Burnage, Rick Tellyard. And on the play for the Auburn Tigers.
Good defense by Auburn on the
side left. Richard Todd is going to give to his fullback Culliver, 35, 36, or 7. And down he goes. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. There's Liston Edens on the bottom of that pile defensively for the Auburn Tigers. Gaines Lanier was also there. Across the 39, but shy of the 40, and they're right on the 37. And Todd is going to give to Culliver, and he is going to be hit hard by Bruce Evans. But where the linesman is marking it, I believe he has it. We're going to have to wait and see. Bruce Evans came up and hit very hard Calvin Culliver, and that is so close that the official says 4th. Auburn, however, is in a return formation with Mike Fuller deep. Auburn is not attempting to rush the kicker. They have only 4 men on the line of scrimmage. Here is the snap to Rod Nelson. His kick is away. It's a low line drive. Fuller is moving over, and it's going to be out of bounds. Fuller could not handle it. They kicked it out of bounds, and the referee is going to bring him back upfield and mark it at the 30-yard line. At the 30, that's a 21-yard punt, and Auburn will take it over there. 1st and 10 to go. Augusty, it looked to me like Nelson was in a big hurry, even though Auburn had not loaded up the line of scrimmage.
It looked like he kicked it quick, Gary, but Nelson didn't want to kick the ball to Mike Fuller. Fuller's a dangerous returner. Auburn had the return on. He'd much rather.
All right, right, here's second down and 6 to go. Auburn Tigers with wideouts to either side this time, and here comes Gargis on the option. Kept it and was tackled by a man who looked like he'd been blocked, and that was Randy Hall on a good play. He got out to about the 35-yard line, Gargis did. 1-yard pickup on the play, but Hall, who was being blocked, reached over the man who was blocking him and made a good play on Phil Gargis. So Auburn face 35. They need to cross the 40. Gossam and Gates are in the slot to the right side. Gargis is going to roll right on the option. He wants to keep it. Woodrow Lowe pulled him down from behind, short of the first down at about the 39. Woodrow Lowe was blitzing that time, I believe, Gusty, and pursued the play down the line of scrimmage to make the tackle on Gargis.
You're exactly right, Gary. They had Lowe in a blitz. He came in. He made
Men on the line of scrimmage. The last punting situation, Auburn had some problems when the snap was dropped by Bumgardner. Lee Gross says there's something on the ball. The official comes up, wipes it off, and so with 11:27 left to play in the third period, here's Alabama bringing everybody at the kicker. Full 10-man rush, it looks like, coming. Here's the snap. Bumgardner got it. He got it away, but just barely. Long, beautiful kick. Shelby, fair catch back on the 19 or the 20. Alabama will have it there. That is a 42-yard punt. Very nice punt under pressure by Clyde Bumgardner, and Alabama will take over on their own 20-yard line.
Boy, that's a big play, Gary, to get off a kick like that, 42 yards. It backs Alabama up on their own 20, and now their field position is a little less than they had before.
There's timeout on the field. The score is Alabama 10 and Auburn 7.
Right from the start.
All right, here's Alabama, first and 10 at the 20. Todd is going to keep the ball after a fake. He's up across the 24, down on the 25. Johnny Sumner, Bobby Davis knock him down. Pursuit from Rusty Dean and Ken Burnich on the play. And so a 5-yard pickup for Richard Todd, moving the ball from the 20 out to the 25. Todd side. Here is Todd giving the second man Shelby. He's upended right at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for a yard or two to the 27. Gains Lanier and Rusty Dean down there, and I think Lanier may have been shaken up on that play. They failed a moment ago. 3rd and 3. They have Newsom wide to the right side. From the wishbone, Todd running the option. Pitch back to Billingsley. Turning upfield, 30, 35. Billingsley down the far sidelines, 45, 50, and out of bounds on the Auburn 45-yard line. Randy Billingsley finally caught by Bruce Evans. And Gusty, it looked as though Auburn had played that very well. They forced it deep, but then Billingsley was able to find a crease and come back inside.
Big play by Alabama, Gary. Flynn came up from his linebacker position and turned the play inside. Auburn's problem was that they didn't have any pursuit from their inside linebackers and their inside people, and Billingsley found an opening there and took it down the side.
Randy Billingsley, 1st and 10 Alabama on the Auburn 45. Ozzie Newsom is wide right, and Richard Todd is going to keep it. On the option, he turns up, he's to the 40, he's to the 38, and down he goes. But that's a quick 7 yards for Richard Todd on the quarterback keeper. That's something we didn't see much in the first half. The quarterbacks did not keep the ball much, but now Todd has run it twice, so once for 5 and once now for 7 yards.
I was surprised in the first half.
Tackle that last time. Sellers is now in and Bobby Davis out. And here's the give to Calvin Culliver inside, and he is going to be short of his first down as he got down to about the 36. It'll be 3rd and 1. Alabama coming to those 3rd downs, but on most cases, 3rd and short. And that's what they have right now, 3rd and 1 to go. Line to the right side. And Todd is going to give the second back, Billingsley. Here he goes again, 30, 25, first down, Alabama on the 24. They've gone to that same play, although this time it was not an option. It was just a fake to the fullback, then the give to the halfback, Billingsley, and he has a 1st and 10 inside the Auburn 25. Mike Flynn and Mike Fuller. The rover.
2 backs into the hole before they hand off.
Shamoon is wide right, and Todd fakes to Culliver. He keeps it himself. Here he comes on the option. He turned inside, down across the 20 to the 15, down to the 14. He made a good fake on Jim McKinney. He faked as though he were pitching to Billingsley. McKinney went for Billingsley, and Todd kept it inside of him and got all the way to an Alabama first down on the Auburn 13-yard line. Todd with a beautiful fake. Johnny Sumner finally got him. Todd is a fine athlete, Gusty. He's had some problems through the year, but he certainly is big and strong.
Pitch. He faked it and then didn't pitch it, took it up for another first down.
1st and 10 at the 13, and here's Todd to Calvin Culliver. 10, he broke a tackle, touchdown. He broke a tackle on Jim McKinney at the 10-yard line, and that was all she wrote. Calvin Culliver in at 16-7. Culliver, all did was to break that tackle at the 10-yard line. McKinney came up and did not get him. And from that point on, Mike Fuller had a shot at him at the goal line, but that was all. And even a perfect tackle by Fuller, Culliver would have been in. He broke the tackle at the 10, and that was all she wrote. McKinney came up, took a shot at him, got part of him, but did not hang on. And so here's the point after. Rich Fraley to hold for Alabama. 8:19 left in the quarter. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with timeout on the field, the score is Alabama 17, the Auburn Tigers 7. Giant kicking from the north to the south, Alabama moving left to right as you listen here in the third period. So we're just about ready to get started now as Bucky Berry has the ball on the tee. Looks like he's angling it toward the sidelines. Rick Harbuck is standing over there on the 20 for Auburn if he doesn't kick it deep. And here goes Berry moving on the football. He kicked it on downfield, however, and Fuller is going to catch it on the 7. Fuller is out to the 10, to the 15, 20, 25, and down he goes to the 26-yard line. And I think that's Woodrow Lowe, right side. Auburn has not completed a pass in this game, and here is Cedric McIntyre out to about the 29-yard line, a quick 3-yard run. As they started the option down the line, Red McIntyre inside, and Ronnie Robertson and Randy Hall knock him down after a 3-yard gain at 2nd down and 7. Mitzi Jack Monday night on many of these same stations. The Tigers open with South Florida in round ball. Here's Gargis rolling the option, coming to the near side, cut upfield, 35 to the 40. He's cutting back, being caught from behind. He broke a tackle in midfield and finally is down on the Alabama 45. A great run by Philip Gargis. And except for the pursuit of Ronnie Robertson, Gargis was just about to get away. Gargis looked to be down on at least 2 or 3 occasions, Gusty, but Robertson pursued it. He ran through Mike Washington, their all-conference cornerback, and Robertson with pursuit was able to save him at the 45.
Tremendous run. His the first tackle he put on a fine run.
Here's Auburn 1st and 10 on the Alabama 45. A slot is left, and here's Mitzi Jackson straight ahead to about the 41-yard line. Running into the arms of Woodrow Lowe and big Gus White. Gus White 5'10", 252. Woodrow Lowe at 6 feet and 221. The Tigers on the tied 41-yard line with 2nd and 6 to go. And Gargis is going to give to Mitzi Jackson, and he is upended on a fine play by Gus White. He may have gotten a yard, but White submarined everyone. And Gusty, when you got a 5'10", 252 submarining, it's just hard to get him out of the way.
Well, he is a tank. He's done well all day. He hasn't played.
Down number 8 here. 3rd down and 6 at the Alabama 41. Wide outs either side. Gargis wants to throw. He pumped once. Now he's going deep for Gossam. He got behind his man down the sidelines. 10, 5, touchdown Auburn. And they suckered Alabama on a fake. They suckered Alabama as Gargis pumped the ball once. And the Alabama man broke upfield. Gossam then took off down the sideline. Ricky Davis had a shot at him at the 5, but Gossam made a move on him and scored. And it's 17-13. 17-13. And what is this? A penalty flag? I don't see a flag on the field anywhere, but they're bringing it back.
You know what they're going to call? They're going to say that Gossam went out of bounds and came back in, and he can't do that. If the ball's not in the air, it's my understanding if the ball's not in the air, he can go out of bounds and come back in, but it looked like he was forced out of bounds. He came back in bounds, and that's going to bring it back.
Well, they're bringing the ball back to the line of scrimmage to 41. The loss of down, so it's going to be 4th down. Let's watch. They say he was forced out of bounds. His foot may have touched the line. Holy smokes, what a call. If his foot touched the sideline, that's the extent of it. All right, here's Bumgarner in punt formation on 4th down. That's a loss of down, 4th and 6. Bumgarner punting under a rush. He hit it very, very high and short and over to the sidelines, out of bounds, and they're going to mark it. Good grief, on the 31-yard line. Alabama will take over on the 31. That is a 10-yard punt by Clyde Bumgarner. Deal, because at the most, Gossam may have ticked the out-of-bounds line. Here is the handoff to Billingsley going wide, and he gets a yard or 2. Sellers is over there, gains Lanier. Mr. David Scobie of Nashville, Tennessee, made the call along that sideline. He did not drop a penalty flag, and there was no way of knowing that there was any irregular. If Gossam nicked the line, at the very most, he may have nicked it. You can hear the crowd. They're very unhappy here. Here's a pitch back to Shelby by Todd. He's upfield to the 40, 45, and down he goes all the way to midfield. Willie Shelby on the carry. Bruce Evans made the play. Well, Gusty, there always is a turning point in the game, and you usually like to see the turning point come from the players rather than from one of the guys in striped shirts.
Well, I'll tell you, that'll take a lot of steam out of you to get on the board, make the score 17-13, and looks like it's going to be 17-14, and then have it all brought back. It's a tough call.
Now 1st and 10 for Alabama. Here is Richard Todd rolling the option. He pitches back to Billingsley. Billingsley is going to turn a corner at the 45 and then is hit very hard at the 42 by Mike Fuller along with Rusty Dean. But there again, they forced him deep on the option, and Billingsley, who does not have the fantastic speed of some of the other Alabama backs, was able to get around that corner and pick up a quick 7 yards at 2nd down and 3. So
that's where they're going here in the second half.
On the 42, it's 2nd down and 3 to go. And Todd is going to give it to Billingsley, 2nd back, and he's across the 40 and knocked down as he's got his 1st down. McKinney hits him along with Rusty Dean at about the 38-yard line. That is a 1st and 10 for Alabama. 1st and 10 on the 38.
You know, it's funny, you can almost feel the lull now after that big touchdown pass complete.
And Gusty, you were involved in one that was talked about for a long time. Here's Culliver up the middle, and he's across the 35 to about the 34. Calvin Culliver straight ahead to about the 34-yard line, and Ken Burnich, Rick Tellyard are there along with Johnny Sumner. Shake is all you need. That isn't what you always get. Here comes Todd. Pitch back to Billingsley on that option again. He's to the 30. He's down to about the 28. There goes a late hit. Man piling on top of the pile for Alabama, Buddy Pope. No flag, of course, and it's going to be an Alabama 1st down.
Alabama moving the ball very well against Auburn. Auburn's not going to stay in this ball.
2:50 left, and it's 1st and 10, Alabama on the Auburn 27. This is Richard Todd to Calvin Culliver, 25-24. And he's knocked down there by Bobby Davis. Bobby Davis, the senior from Huntsville, makes the play on Culliver at the 24-yard line. That is a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 to go. Out there with Culliver, Billingsley, and Shelby behind him, and he's going to go. He's going to keep it himself, and he is stuck. Oh, he's hit hard, and that is Mike Flynn. Mike Flynn put a hat on him and drove him back to about the 5. A good hit by Mike Flynn there. Call it no gain. 2nd and goal at about the 3. Gusty, that's as good a defensive lick, I think, as we. 2nd down and goal to go from the wishbone. Richard Todd is going to give the 2nd man Billingsley. He got a yard. That's about it. They sent Billingsley in behind Culliver there, but Auburn stacked it up a little. Hubbard is in there. McKinney is there. And Kim Sellers, a freshman from Montgomery, all in on the play. 3rd down and goal to go. 3rd down and goal to go on the Auburn 1.5-yard line. Todd gave it. No, he gave it to Culliver, and he was knocked down at first. It looked like the ball got away. But Culliver was knocked down on about the 2. It'll be 4th and goal, and let's see if they're going to go for it or try the field goal. Bruce Evans was one there. Burnich was there. Back on about the 1.5 or 2, looking toward the sidelines. Here comes the field goal unit, I believe. Danny Ridgway is coming in. 6 seconds. They won't get the play off in this quarter, but apparently on the first play of the 4th quarter, Alabama will attempt a field goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score is Alabama 17 and the Auburn Tigers 7. Richard Todd is coming out. He has the wishbone. He has a wide out. Newsom wide to the right. And here is the play. Todd is rolling out on the option. Todd is in trouble. He's caught on a 4, and Auburn will take over 1st and 10. Richard Todd is knocked down by Bruce Evans for 1. Let's see, there were 4 or 5 other people out there in a hurry. Ken Burnich was there. Carl Hubbard was there, and the Auburn Tigers will take over on their own 4. Gusty, as you said, they still have Auburn backed up, but what could be a big play in the ball game? Failed to score. Now Gargis is out with Jackson, and here's movement in the Auburn line. Nugent jumped offside, and Gargis trying to run forward for a yard or 2, but Big Dan Nugent to tight out with Gossam wide to the right side. And 1st and 12, and this is the give to Mitzi Jackson over the 5 out to about the 8 or 9 yard line. Baumhauer is on the bottom of the pile, and Leroy Cook is on the top for Alabama. Marked the ball outside the 8, not quite to the 9. A big play, a touchdown taken away from Auburn just a few moments ago on a most unusual call. And that was open to doubt, so it was not a matter of leaving the field of play and coming back in. Here's second down, and here is Gargis rolling back. He's going to throw. He's going downfield for Gossam. It is intercepted by Ricky Davis on the 38. He underthrew Gossam again, and I believe Gossam had beaten Ricky Davis, but when he had to come back for the ball, Davis made the interception in the 38, and Alabama will have it 1st and 10 at that point. Gusty, a most surprising throw, but it would have worked, I think, had the ball been well thrown, because Gossam looked to me like he had gotten behind Ricky Davis.
It did, but Davis played it well. He played the center field position very well. Gossam actually had beaten Washington, the defensive back. If the pass had gotten there a little earlier, I believe Gossam actually had beaten Washington, the defensive back. If the pass had gotten there a little earlier, I believe Gossam would have had it.
Rutledge is in at quarterback on first down. Here's Rutledge on the keep. He turns up. He got to about the 35-yard line, and down he goes as Burnich and Dean knock him down at the 35. That's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Alabama with the interception. Auburn has not completed a pass. They completed one that was taken away from them on a penalty, and now an interception. Other than actually 3 will be all that's shown as stats, because the other one taken away on a penalty. Here's second down and 7 from the 35-yard line. Gary Rutledge, the senior, is going to fake it. He gave it to Culliver. He rode Culliver for a long time. Finally left it with him, and he got forward to about the 32. Gaines Lanier tripped him. He was finished off then by Liston Edmonds at the 32. It'll be, we'll call it 3rd down and 4, well, short 4, 3rd and 3 maybe for Alabama. The clock becoming a factor, 13:07 on the Auburn 32. 3rd and a long 3 for Alabama. Gary Rutledge, wideouts either side, is going to roll the option. He was hit, got it away on the pitch to Taylor. He is rolled out of bounds across the 30. They mark him on the 28, and that is enough. Where they mark him out of bounds, it is enough. A good play defensively made by Mike Fuller, but James Taylor was able to stay in bounds just long enough to pick up his 1st and 10. First down, Alabama on the 28. Big play there on 3rd and short.
Time is certainly becoming a factor. 12 minutes and I believe 52 kick the field goal.
From the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Shamoon is split about 2 yards to the left, and now here goes Pugh and Taylor, both off to the right in the slot formation. And a give is to Culliver inside, and he got into near the 25-yard line. Not too much running room up the middle, as it looked like Rick Telliard had just moved over on that defense right in front of where Culliver ran the ball and was able to make the play on him. The Auburn defense adjusted on the split by Alabama, and it looked like they moved Telliard right in the flow of the play. A 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
They run a couple of plays inside now, but they've got so much speed to the outside, you can't go to sleep as a linebacker.
All right, here is Rutledge out on 2nd down, and he fakes to Culliver. He's keeping himself on the option, trying to turn upfield, and he slipped as he tried to cut. Fell forward to about the 23. Defensive play by Liston Edmonds, the end, who had come up along with Carl Hubbard. They mark him down on the 23-yard line, so he gained 2, and it will be 3rd down and 5 yards to go for Alabama. As Gusty mentioned, they're in the 4-down territory. They have made the last 3 third downs in a row. 3 left in the game. Here they are out on 3rd down and 5 on the Auburn 23. Rutledge is going to fake to Culliver. Here he comes on the option. Now the pitch, nearly intercepted. James Taylor was caught back there and is going to be caught for a loss on the 25. And who came up the field? I think it was Rusty Dean. He nearly intercepted the pitch out. Rusty Dean came up the field, had a shot at the pitch out, and then got James Taylor for a loss all the way back to the 29-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 11, and Alabama apparently now will attempt a field goal. Holding will be Robert Fraley, the junior from Winchester, Tennessee. So here's Alabama on a field goal attempt, a 45-yarder by Bucky Berry. It's up, and it's going to be short and into the end zone. It was straight, but very short. And so the Auburn defense holds, and the offense will take over on the 20 with 10:51 left to play. Let's say there's timeout on the field. The score is out. 1st and 10 on their own 20 after a missed field goal attempt. And here's Philip Gargis out. with Mitzi Jackson and Cedric McIntyre behind him. And here goes Cedric McIntyre, and he's hit hard by DuBose as he gets to the 23. Mike DuBose hit McIntyre very hard at the 23-yard line, and McIntyre may be shaken up, and he's going to leave the ball game as Lee Gross is going to send him to the sideline. And let's see who's coming in. Here's Butler checking in for Gates, and the new running back will be Kenny Burks.
Right up around his head gear.
Second down and 7 to go. The ball on the Auburn 23, and Gargis is going to give to Mitzi Jackson, who spins it at 25, out to about the 26. Baumhauer knocked him down. Actually, Woodrow Lowe had gotten in the way. Woodrow Lowe was being blocked by Andy Steele, but Steele could not get him out of the way. That slowed Mitzi Jackson up, and when Jackson made the spin, this half. 3rd and 3.5 to go. And Philip Gargis is going to run the option. No, he's going to throw it now. He's through the hands of Gossam, incomplete. At the 37, Gossam was open, could not hang on. Covering for Alabama was Wayne Rhodes. Gossam was there, and the ball was there, but he just could not hang on. A little simple curl pattern. He curled right inside. At the 35, the ball was perfect. Maybe a half a step behind him, but hardly that. Couldn't hang on. There's Bumgarner in punt formation. Shelby is deep. And again, Alabama has 10 men on the line of scrimmage. Alabama's been going after the kicker all day. Here is a good snap. Here is Bumgarner's kick off the side of the foot. Hit the good bounce across the 50 and out of bounds on the Alabama 46. Bumgarner did not hit it well, but he got it with Culliver, Billingsley, and Shelby behind him. Newsom is wide left. Todd fakes to Culliver. He's back to throw. The rush is after him. Telliard ran over the block of Sylvester Kroom and knocked him down back on the 39-yard line. Great play by junior Rick Telliard, a Mobile 5'10", 226 junior. Gusty, Auburn has not gotten much pass rush this year. I don't remember the last time a quarterback was sacked.
Telliard did a great job. He fought through the offensive guard, made a good rush to get Todd back there. I'm surprised to see Alabama throwing with the lead they have with the way they're moving the ball on the ground.
-7. It's 2nd down and 17 for the Tide now, and they split the formation to the right. And here's Todd wanting to throw again. He's got it out there. Tipped by Flynn, almost intercepted, and intended for Billingsley. Incomplete, and Evans really hit Billingsley. Flynn had a shot at that ball. He jumped up in the air, got his hands on it, but it went on through, and then Billingsley touched it as it went out of bounds.
Now, there's an example of why they shouldn't be throwing the ball. It was fortunate for Alabama that Flynn didn't intercept it, but had Flynn intercepted that ball, nobody would have touched him until he crossed the goal line. It'd probably been a cheerleader then, because he had a wide open field to run, and he almost...
Billingsley, who had been hit very hard on that last play. 3rd down, 17 for Alabama. Richard Todd is going to delay it to Willie Shelby. Shelby trying to go right, broke a tackle near the 40, but Evans got him at the 45, and down he goes at that point. Now, an Auburn man got on the football as Shelby tried to stick it forward. He saw the sideline markers, but it was the back end of the chain and not the front. And an Auburn man, McKinney, tried to get on the football, but they're not going to call it a fumble. The ball at the 46, it'll be 4th, and we'll call it. They have 8 men on the line of scrimmage, now 9, now 10. Everybody up except Mike Fuller. Auburn going after the left footer, Rod Nelson. Now they back a couple of people off. Auburn playing with him a little bit. Long count. Here's the snap. A little bit low. Got the kick away. Nelson's kick. Fuller is moving. It's going to be out of bounds. Taking no chance on kicking it near Mike Fuller. And they're going to rule it out of bounds on the 28-yard line, where Auburn will take over. 1st and 10 with 7th and 10 after a 27-yard punt by Rod Nelson, or 26 yards, let's make it. Auburn on the 27. Here's Gargis on a draw to McIntyre, 30, 35, down the sideline at the 40, 50, and out of bounds on the Alabama 47. Ricky Davis pinned him to the sideline and pushed him out of bounds. Cedric McIntyre on the delay, moving the ball downfield. Gargis went back as though he were going to throw. Alabama looked like they were anticipating the pass, and the draw play worked to perfection, Gusty.
Very good call and good blocking up there. Alabama playing it a little bit cozy for the pass, but once the handoff went to McIntyre, still in this ball game at 17-7, and they're moving the ball.
Ball on the 47 of Alabama, 1st and 10, and Gargis is going to go to Mitzi Jackson. They collided. Gargis and Jackson collided, no gain on the play, and give Gus White some credit. Again, he submarined, and Woodrow Lowe came up the middle, so no gain, 2nd and 10. White, again, we've given you his dimensions before. He's 5'10" and 252. He got under the play. and kind of knocked Gargis off. Second down, 10 to go on the Alabama 47. Gargis is going to give to McIntyre. Fumble. Who got it? Gargis got it back. Gargis got on it, I believe. Perhaps McIntyre got it back at the 45. That ball popped loose as McIntyre came in there, and Gargis jumped in behind him. Dusty, I'm not sure which one of them got it back, but Auburn still has it on the 45.
Whoever got it, Auburn was lucky to get it because the ball went right into the Alabama.
One thing about it, it had to be either McIntyre or Gargis because nobody else there had a white shirt. This is third down now and 8 to go at the 47, and Gargis is back to throw. Gargis is scrambling. He's in trouble. Now he quickly gets a pass out in the flat to Mitzi Jackson. 40, 35, down to the 34. What a great play by Phil Gargis. What a great play by Gargis. He seemed to be thrown for a loss. He got the throw away to Mitzi Jackson on a safety valve. Finally, Leroy Cook made the play, and that is 1st and 10 Auburn on the Alabama 33. I haven't seen an Auburn quarterback make a better play, Gus, since the days of Pat Sullivan.
That's a hard one to describe. Gargis has done it so many times with a big play, though. He dropped back in the pocket. Looked like he wanted to run. He got hit and then threw it out in the flat. And then Jackson makes a good run to pick up the first down.
Well, it is 1st and 10 Auburn now, and here comes Gargis on the option. He's in trouble. This time he's going to be caught. As blitzing through there for Alabama, and nobody picked him up on the blitz, was Charles Hanna, the tackle. He got him back on the 35. That's -2. 2nd down and 12. Now there, the situation was not so desperate, and it looked as though Gargis thought about maybe throwing at that time, but he held on tight, realizing it was 5 left in the game, as Gargis has just made a beautiful play for the Auburn Tigers. Slot formation left, and here comes Gargis on the option. Pitch back to Mitzi Jackson. He bobbled the ball, picked it up on the bounce, turned upfield, and got a couple of 3 yards into about the 32. Again, Auburn fortunate as that pitch out was bobbled by Mitzi Jackson, and it bounced right straight back up into the hands of Jackson. Now Ronnie Robertson appears to be injured across the way for Alabama. He and Leroy Cook made the play, and Robertson, I think, is going to leave the game. Maybe he's going to stay in on the Alabama 32-yard line. Here's Gargis faking to Mitzi Jackson, wanting to throw. Now he's got it away. Ball was batted down at the line of scrimmage by Leroy Cook. It's 4th and 9, and let's see what the option is here. Hard attempt. They're all lined up, but the officials won't let them go yet. Now they're about ready where they can go. 5:09 remaining, as will be a 50-yard attempt by Greg Gillis, and he'll be kicking into the wind. So a very long attempt by Gillis. It's a fake. Bumgarner is up to throw. He throws a screen back across to Gilligan. Gilligan at the 30, 25, down to the first down at the 21, I believe. A pass from Clyde Bumgarner to Jeff Gilligan, and it's 1st and 10. Auburn on the Alabama 21-yard line. Dusty, can you believe that play?
Great play. Clyde made a good throw over there into the flat, and there's a great block. It's just a tremendous play on behalf of Bumgarner and Gilligan and the offensive line who made good
Let
play.
me correct it. It was not Gilligan. It was Rick Neal. I didn't have my field glasses on. It was 40 rather than 48, so it was Neal who caught the ball. First down. Here's Mitzi Jackson into the 15 to the 14. The fake field goal attempt on a 50-yarder, and Bumgarner got up, threw it to Neal on a screen pass to the left, and Neal went down the sideline for the first down at the 21. Auburn now has it inside the 15, 2nd down.
What's really unusual is that everybody was surprised to see him go for the field goal, but that was the best odd play. A 4th and 9 situation is a tough one to pick up against a good defense.
On the 15-yard line, 2nd and 4 to go, and here is Gargis to Mitzi Jackson. 10, 5, and 1st and goal Auburn right inside the 5. A good play by Ricky Davis. Again, he saved the score, and how many times has Ricky Davis saved touchdowns for Alabama? Auburn popped Mitzi Jackson through, and a good play by Davis stops it at the 5. It's 1st and goal to go Auburn with 4:22 left to play in this football game. 4:22, Alabama takes Ricky Davis out of the game, puts in the extra lineman now. So they'll go to a heavy front here, taking out that. And it's going to be Neal and McIntyre behind Gargis. 1st and goal to go on the 5 for the Auburn Tigers. And Gargis is going to go to McIntyre into about the 3. Not much room up the middle. Alabama stacking, clamping down inside. There's Baumhauer for one. White is on the bottom of that play. Gusty, it gets a little thick inside, and this we've talked about it before.
The hole open.
Here's Auburn just outside the 3, about the 3.5, second and goal. Clock certainly a factor. Here's Rick Neal, 2 down to about the 1-yard line. Woodrow Lowe got him on the ankles, and then Wayne Rhodes came up to help out. Only 3:17 to play. It'll be third and goal. They mark the ball right on the 2-yard line. Third and goal to go, Auburn. Mitzi Jackson just checked back in. Third and goal to go at the 2 with 2:55 remaining in the game. Auburn needs a touchdown badly. Gargas faking to Mitzi Jackson, followed him in. Touchdown, Auburn! Gargas faked to Mitzi Jackson, went behind him for the score, and now it's 17-13. Steele, Ostrowski, and Gossam blocking over on that side. With 2:47, and how big does that play become now when the touchdown pass is nullified by a penalty call? All right, let's see what...
For 2 points, you got to score a touchdown to win it.
Ward and Neal behind Gargas. 2-point conversion try. Gargas is back to throw. He's away. Underthrowing. Intended for Neal at the goal line. Incomplete. And it's 17-13, a 4-point game with 2:47. And you can bet that Alabama will be looking for the onside kick. So we're down to 2:47 left to play. Gargas underthrowing a little with timeout on the field. The score is Alabama 17 and Auburn 13. Gillis of Bruton, Alabama, ready to move on the football. 2:47 on the clock. Here is Gillis. He kicked it deep. And it's sailing very well over the head of Stock into the end zone for a touchback. And Alabama will have it on the 20, 1st and 10. 2:47. Of course, no time running off. And Gusty, we've talked about the pressure on the Auburn defense. Here it is right now. To see timeouts, Alabama has 3 remaining. Quarterback is Richard Todd. Todd is going to give it to his second man, Shelby, and he got a yard at the most. Tellyard had a hold of him. They may give him 2 out to the 22, and now Auburn will use up one of their timeouts to stop the clock. At the 22, it'll be 2nd down and 8, and that stops the clock with 2:38 showing. And Todd is going to come over to the side traffic. No, thank you.
They're probably going to the car to listen to us on the radio.
Here's 2nd and 8 for Alabama. Todd is going to keep it himself. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and down he goes. Todd kept it himself after faking to Culliver. Liston Edens, Carl Hubbard, Gaines Lanier, all out there. At the 22, it's 3rd down and 8, Alabama. Auburn is not using a timeout here. They have 1 remaining. The clock's employed. 3rd and 8, and Shamoon is split about 3 or 4 yards to the right. 3rd and 8. And here comes the option with Todd with the ball. Todd is trying to get wide. 25. He is down at the 27-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 3 for Alabama. Getting out there with him, Mike Fuller, Jim McKinney, Hubbard, and Sellers, and it's 4th down and 3 to go. Alabama on the 27. The clock is running at 1:43, and now they're marking the ball ready for play. Clock is still running. Apparently, 1:28. See, Auburn is going after this kick. They have 9 men on the line of scrimmage now, and Nelson is standing on his own 12, awaiting a snap. Auburn is going to go after the kick. Fuller, the only man deep. Snap a little bit high, but he got it away. Fuller is moving up on the ball at the 45 of Auburn. He's to the 50, and down he goes at midfield, and Auburn will have it with 1:07 to play. That was a 29-yard punt by 9, and here we go with Gossam wide to the left side. Gargas with McIntyre and Jackson. Here comes the end around. The ball loose. Alabama got the ball. They tried the tight end around, and Nugent could not get the ball. As Gargas tried to give it to Nugent, and who was that who peeled off the end? I believe it was Mike DeBose, and Alabama has the football on the 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
I block out, that is.
1 minute remaining, exactly 1 minute, and Todd goes to his knees. Auburn has 1 timeout remaining, and they have just used it, I believe. That's the final timeout.
Deserve as much recognition as we can give them.
55 seconds left. Todd kneels again, and Auburn out of timeouts. Ball is back on about the 47 now, and the clock running at 48 seconds. Alabama has 2 more downs, of course. They're just now to 3rd down, and there's really no way Auburn can get the ball back. She's all over on a unusual play, an attempted handoff to the tight end, when Auburn was going to have about a minute to work with to try to move 51 yards against the Alabama defense. But the fumble killed the chance. All right, here's Todd on a very long count. He's probably waiting for delay of game, and he just got it. That'll stop the clock with 17 seconds only, so he can run one more play and then wait for the next delay of game, and it'll be over. Matter of fact,
Proud of a great effort, boy. It was a super effort, and they almost won the ball game.
all right, here's Todd kneeling back to the 45 of Alabama, and that should do it because there are no timeouts remaining, and at 12-11, the clock will count on down to 0, and Alabama will have a victory here over the Auburn Tigers, 17-13. Coach Bryant has started out on the field. There's the clock to 0, and Alabama has won the game over the Auburn Tigers, and the game is going to end right there without another play, another snap of the ball. So that's the end of the football game. Your final score, the University of Alabama 17 and the Auburn Tigers